video came out of an Asian man taunting the Black Lives Matter protesters out in L.A. Now, they were there to protest at 24-Hour Fitness because a black man had got killed there by the police. So while this guy, as you will see in the video, he's going to taunt them, but I want you to hear how he's doing it. Let's roll the clip.
Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the others that rule well. Peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word in sincerity, also in truth. You know, as you can see, you have a so-called Asian, which more than likely is a Moabite. You know, he's taunting black people, so-called black people, which are the Judites. You know, basically they're protesting because a man was shot at LA Fitness. And you have Asians, this group, you know, he's for basically white supremacy, you know, which has always been biblical. You know, you've always had Asians and so-called Asians, Edomites and Moabites getting together, you know, and really wreaking havoc on us, man. You know, so not only is the so-called white man going down, but these middle man minorities are going down also. And a middleman minority is basically a so-called minority or another nation that is used as a buffer between the lower class and the upper class, which we know that the lower class is us, so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, you have these Asians, they are giving loans and things of that nature to start businesses here versus, you know, us that are natives here. You know, the average so-called Negro, Latino, Native American doesn't qualify for loans or huge amount of loans because of so-called credit. All right. But that give, you know, Asians, Moabites, you know, and Ammonites, you know, these various loans to start a business in our neighborhoods, man. So these people act as a buffer between, you know, the upper class, which are Edomites, and the lower class, which are Israelites, man. They benefit us off of us being at the very bottom. That's why they sell our women hair and they get dirt cheap. They sell us old food at convenience stores. You know, they do our women's nails and things of that nature, and they make a killing. I actually know there's one particular Moabite. He has several nail shops kind of south of Dallas, you know, in the Soto, Duncanville area, man. He's able to put them up there very quickly because he has, you know, loans. And he does businesses, you know, with these various landlord companies, man. And he's making a killing. But all that's about to be brought to naught, you see, because within you being that buffer between the upper class and lower class, you know, alluding to China and Thailand and things of that nature, they're destroying their nation, man, with pollution, man. You see, so not only is the so-called white man being addressed, but you have these Asians that are being addressed also, man. Okay. Judges 11:17. Then Israel sent messages unto the king of Edom, saying, "Let us, I pray thee, pass through thy land. But the king of Edom would not hearken thereto. And in like manner they sent unto the king of Moab, but he would not consent. And Israel abode in Kadesh." So when we were trying to get to the promised land, you had Edom and you had Moab along with other nations. They weren't trying to allow us to get in our land, man. You see what I'm saying? Moab was trying to, keep us in the wilderness. And that's the same thing that they're trying to do now. You see? But again, the Most High is going to address you Moabites. Jeremiah 48:1. Against Moab, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel, woe unto Nebo, for it is spoiled. Kirathaim is confounded and taken. Misgab is confounded and dismayed. There shall be no more praise of Moab in Heshbon. They have devised evil against it. Come, let us cut out it. Let us cut it off from being a nation. Also, thou shalt be cut down, O madman. The sword shall pursue thee. A voice of crying shall be found in Heronium, spoiling and great destruction. Moab is destroyed. Her little ones have caused a cry to be heard. That's right. So there's going to be destruction in the land of Moab. And right now, the Most High is going to sending plagues to this place, man. I have 2 articles going into this smug that's taking place in China and also in I want to say Thailand, and it's getting so bad in Thailand that people are actually coughing up blood, and this is just a plague that the Most High has sent on Moab, because he's in the bed with the great whore, which is America, Babylon the Great, and because it's the number 1 producer of goods, exporter of goods, it's producing, or making, so much different type of items that is causing this land to be destroyed, riddled with pollution. You see, so the Most High is judging this, China and also Thailand little by little. And eventually, it's going to be wiped off the face of Earth, man. Now, this is China cuts smog, but health damage already done. Study. Now, this is why China has made progress cutting smog. The damage to the health of millions of people may already have been done, especially as the population ages. The head of a U.S.-based research agency said China faces about 1.6 million premature deaths a year as a result of air pollution, the U.S.-based Health Effects Institution said in a report based on data going back to 1990, published on Tuesday. China cuts concentration of hazardous particles known as BM2.5 by 6.5% in 338 cities last year. Smog-prone northern regions also met 2013-2017 air quality targets after a winter campaign to cut industrial output, coal consumption, and traffic. Nevertheless, deaths could still rise as China ages over, and overall air quality remains below the country's own standard. The study showed people are living longer and older people are more susceptible to the diseases most closely linked to air pollution. The major causes of death in China, like stroke, heart attack, and lung disease. HEI President Dan Greenbaum told Rutgers in an interview, "We have done some projections in China up to 2030, and even with improvement in air quality, you see the number of deaths going up as the population gets older." He adds, the number of Chinese people over 60 reached 240 million at the end of 2017, accounting for 17.3% of the population, and up 55 million since 2011, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. So, China's population is getting older, and that population is more prone to get sick. You know, and we're going to see that increasing at a higher rate. Also, because the population was so high that you had them enact a law in which the people or families could only have one child, and so you have a lot of Chinese men that are left without a woman because they were killing off the female children, because in China they prefer to have a male child, you know, to work in the field and also to carry on the legacy of the family, man. So China is in all types of turmoil, man. You see, and that's a good thing because they are in league with the so-called white man. They're going to be destroyed just right along with them. Now let's go to Thailand. Now this is according to India Times. It says smog in Bangkok is so bad that people are coughing up blood, and we should all be scared. When was the last time you actually experienced fog and not smog? It is no secret that the air we are breathing is toxic. Lung diseases are on the rise thanks to the amount of particulate what's that particle matter and toxic gases in the air. Scientists, environmentalists, and activists have been yelling themselves hoarse, trying to tell us to mend our ways, so there is absolutely no dearth of warning. But if that was if that has not scared you or compelled you to mend your ways, this will. Bangkok has been hit with a wave of smog so thick it is making people cough up blood. Check that out. According to the Daily Mail, toxic smog contains dangerous PM 2.5 particles, which got stuck in people's lungs. One office manager, Wat Shirar Chain, our roommate, posted a selfie last week showing his hand covered in blood, which came out after he sneezed. 2 days ago, my nose was hurt when breathing. I sneezed all night, and it was the worst. It was the evening, and it was the even worse when my sneeze had blood the next morning. I was totally shocked because I never sneezed blood before in my entire life. You'd think. I believe the dust is to blame, he said. And these people, these Moabites don't have it, man. Like, they're not very smart. Everybody want to say, "Oh, I'm Asian. I'm smart." It's not true. Look what you're doing to your land. Look how you're ruling your people, man. You rule them in total confusion. You see, and for that, the Most High is not only gonna come down here and put Edomites, which are white people, into captivity. He's gonna put you into captivity too, underneath us, because you need a ruler, man. You Moabites need a ruler, okay? And this is evident. You're destroying the land for gain. You're not thinking ahead. You're not thinking about 20 years, down the road. I'm not saying this place is gonna go on, but you live in the so-called Asian man is living very impulsively, trying to keep up with the so-called white man. You see, for that he's going to be destroyed. Call Lao Yahweh by Yashim Yahweh Shah.